So right now I'm doing a function test. So right now the water's going to be filtering for another 46 or so seconds. So as you can see, I have my water reservoir here. As you can see, here I have the water temperature sensor. Here's my water heater, my water pump. And as you can hear, it's currently pumping water through here to the water distribution system. These solenoids, one is opened up and is taking water through here, which is a activated carbon water filter, which is then funneling the water from the filter through to here, as you can kind of see. Yeah, you can see like there. All right, so it's going to be going for 10 more seconds, just filtering. Again, this is just troubleshooting to see if there are any errors in the code or in the hardware. All right, see what happens once it stops filtering. Filtration done. Okay, this fan now turns on. It has a solid state relay in here that just activated with this red light. Here's how it looks. It's a lot better than it was before. It looks kind of cluttered, but it's really not, trust me. So now that this is active, you can see now that this is heating up. This is the water heating element that you'll find in any domestic water heater, like the one that you have in your house or apartment. So now that that's heating up, this is currently heating, and it's telling me the temperature is currently 89.94 degrees Fahrenheit here inside of this tank. That's what this sensor is detecting. So on top of that, it's going to keep on heating up until it gets to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it's going to maintain that temperature by continuously turning it on and off until about 30 minutes have passed, I believe. Then afterwards, it'll stop the heating process by disconnecting this, the power, because you can see it's heating up right now. It'll disconnect it from here. The reason why I have this fan on is because this heater can get really hot, this relay can get really hot. So that's why here's a fan right here, real up close to it, and then it's right next to it, like blasting that air. So it cannot get cold, it cannot get hot at all. Currently, our temperature has increased to 92.07 degrees Fahrenheit. So far, it looks like everything is working quite well. This is going to be quite a long process, like the heating and cooling process, but I'm glad to see that this is actually working, because it took me several days to make the system, well, several months actually, to make the system, develop the code, troubleshoot it endlessly. There was always something going on, but it looks like this is all good. Now, the reason why I have these here, these will actually tell the water, the water level. So I have it in here because this is actually going to be put inside the reservoir. One will be the high level, one will be the low level. If the water gets at or below the low level, which is this one, I believe, it'll automatically stop this. So if I were to pull this sensor out, it would detect it and cancel everything. And it would also increment the next check time by, I believe, 7 days, 6 or 7 days. And it'll always do that check first. And the reason why I have that is to ensure the safety of this and the integrity of this water heater. Because if it doesn't have water next to it, if it isn't surrounded by water, it'll actually melt itself. So it's a lot of energy going through here. So I'm probably going to have one here at the bottom, which is like far away, even though you can't tell because of the weirdness of the water and light. But one's going to be here, like 2 inches above this water heater, and I'm going to have a high level here. But the high level doesn't really matter. As you can see, the heater's increased to 94.66 degrees. Again, I'm not going to do the entire thing. I just want to show that this proof of concept actually works. And of course, I have already checked to make sure that there's no leak here between this here pump as well as through this junction. This is all acrylic. It's all acrylic. So it took me quite a while to get this through, getting the code working, the hardware and everything working correctly, but it looks like everything is good so far. We're currently at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be quite a while, but I'm actually glad this is working well. Yeah, this took quite a while, but I'll be delivering this to my local youth center giving this to them so the kids can see the things that you can do with a little bit of science and technology. It took a lot longer than I was expecting, but I'm actually proud to see how it actually is working. And also in here, they're going to be compost in here, so it's going to have like coffee grounds and soil, and they'll be enriching that soil. And it actually has 2 internal heat lamps. Those heat lamps will actually ensure that no matter if it's winter, no matter the weather, that there's constantly heat in here, and there's constantly bacteria breaking down whatever food items are being put in here and enriching that soil. And of course, with these other 2 solenoids that I have right here, that delivers the water, and I actually have a sensor that can detect the humidity and the temperature of the bin. And if it's too cold, it turns on the heat lamps. If it's too hot, it turns it off. And if it's too dry, then it goes ahead and pumps that water in. So yeah, this is about it. Currently 96.12 degrees Fahrenheit, and this, when you flip this, when this isn't on, what this does is actually cool down the heat lamps. So what will happen is you flip that switch when it's not currently doing something like what it's doing now, and it'll start a countdown process so that the heat lamps inside can cool off and be cool to the touch. And then afterwards, you'll have 30 minutes to do whatever you need to do, and then it'll automatically cut back on. But of course, if you need more time, you just keep it flipped the opposite way, so not this way but the other way, and then it'll just keep redoing that. So that's what I have so far. It looks like it's working. I'm pretty happy to see that I don't have any leaks or anything, because it was about an hour of work before I was actually able to get this with no leaks, because I had to redo the pump container. Alright guys, this is Trey with BlackFalconElectronics.com. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed day, blessed holidays, Happy New Year 2020. This is my main product for 2020, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.